than you expected.
Aiyedatiwa, who noted that it is a privilege that 2024 is an election year in the state, stressed the need for residents to be law-abiding while exercising their franchise. He appreciated the efforts of all security agencies in the state for their sustained commitment to make the state more secured for its people. Chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress, Victor Amoko, appreciated the governor for his genuine commitment to promote the welfare of workers and assured him of their continued cooperation. Special prayers were offered for Nigeria, Ondo State, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa's administration and family, as well as for the workers of the state. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
In the meantime, as the echoes of New Year celebrations give way, workers across various sectors have resumed duties in commencement of their tasks. Labour union leaders and government workers expressed optimism while advocating improved working conditions and welfare for workers in the year ahead. Osrc Said Aribisala has more.
The first official work day in the year 2024 is here, and workers exchange warm greetings with one another, basking in the euphoria of a fresh start. The resumption to duties follows the 2 holidays for Christmas and New Year, a period marked with festivities. In the public sector, across ministries, departments and agencies of government in Ondo State, the task of delivering services for the betterment of the people takes off. Same in most private organizations who received their staff back in office.
We are very happy to resume to start the 2024 first working day, and we are grateful and we are fully prepared for the job.
We have to be accountable in everything that we do. That in the course of discharging our responsibility, we should take the duty of the government and imparting the duty of the government imparting the entire population of Ondo State. We are the bureaucrats. We are the ones to implement most of the policy of the government. And so the civil servant of this year, we are fully prepared to carry out the policy of the state government.
Some workers express determination to entrench innovations and consistency in various tasks in the new year.
I must say that it's new year and there are much opportunities to take by, and I want to say that I'm very well prepared. There are a lot of challenges for the new year, but of course with the determination of heart and the preparedness, definitely the work will be done.
Vice President, Nigerian Labour Congress, Sunday Adeleye, who tasked workers to act diligently in the new year, said labour unions will not relent in advancing the cause to better the welfare of workers from government.
We should buckle up. It's going to be a challenging year because some of us are still battling and are still surprised about this wave of subsidy without a cushion effect. I must confess to you, even the federal government that started this 35,000, I've only paid one since September. They've not paid in the last 3 months. So that tells you what you'll be expecting. And more so, it's going to be a year of battle on this issue of minimum wage. Because if you are looking at there are a lot of indices and data that will be used, like the price of petroleum, like what I would call a living cost. So now I am not preempting anybody. Any minimum wage less than 200,000 will not take anybody home. And that's the truth.
Chairman, Nigerian Labour Congress, Ondo Chapter, Victor Amoko, and the State President, Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, Bola Taiwo, who appreciated Ondo State government for its efforts towards workers, said the new year is another opportunity to cement ties of collaboration and partnership for the overall development of the state.
We appeal to him to be ready to allow us to consult with him, to allow us to collaborate with him, so that we both move Ondo State forward. And we, to the workers, to whom much is given, much is accepted. We expect all of everybody to do their job diligently, and God will guide us. Then any information, they should let us know, because we are the bridge between them and the government.
Advise the workers of Ondo State to be cooperative. They should prefer, because the government has done much for us in terms of promotion, payment of salary, conversion, every other thing. What is given, much is expected. Government is expecting much from us, and we believe the government should come to work regularly and perform our duty very, very well.
If these words of commitment are put into actions fully and the advice given yielded, the effect will no doubt engender more development, as any nation's workforce is a key driver of its economy. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa says his late boss, Oluwarotimi Akerelu, until his death, never planned to impeach him as his deputy. Of former members of the 7th, 8th, and 9th sessions of the State House of Assembly in Akure said the state and the nation has lost a true Democrat. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole completes this story.
Seated here at the Cocoa Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure is a delegation of former members of the State House of Assembly drawn from the 7th, 8th, and 9th sessions, led by previous speakers Jumoke Akindele Ajulo and Bamidele Oleyelogun. The former lawmakers condoled with Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa and people of Ondo State following the passing of former Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Speaking on behalf of the people, former Speaker of the 7th and 8th Assembly, Jumoke Akindele Ajulo, described late Akeredolu, a man who was passionate about the well-being of the people.
As a matter of fact, people that built policies like Amoteco. Today we are all proud of what we have as Amoteco. They have stood between us and others who gave us a tough time at the time. Your Excellency, we are quite shocked at his passing. I think that if we were watching this and we are shocked, that you would have been no less shocked. You would have been more shocked because he was your brother, he was your friend.
Akindele Ajulo also congratulated Ayedatiwa on his elevation as governor. Ayedatiwa, who appreciated the former lawmakers for the visit, said the state and the country has lost a rare gem.
We have a very good relationship, even to death. Forget about all that happened. About political crisis. That has not affected our relationship in any way. I tell you, with all sincerity, that I truly did not plan to impeach you.
Yes.
I can simply also say that he knows that I was going to succeed, but not the way the record from sectors. Some people went to Manila and told them, so it is one something, that's something. But it's no more to do. I want to thank you for it's a great loss for me. It's like a paradox.
The governor assured his late boss will be celebrated and his legacies sustained. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Controversy has enveloped the purported suspension of the Ondo State chairman of the People's Democratic Party, suspended over anti-party activities. The National Working Committee, NWC, of the opposition party said the so-called suspension was illegal and of no effect. PDP spokesman Debo Ulumagba said no state working committee has the power to suspend a state chairman without due recourse to the NWC as provided by the Constitution of PDP. The NWC emphasized that Adams remains the chairman of the Ondo State chapter of the PDP. The party's higher organ charged all leaders, critical stakeholders, and members to disregard purported suspension. The federal government has directed all ministries, departments, to the sub-recurrent account, a sub-component of consolidated revenue fund. This, according to the government, is to improve revenue generation, fiscal discipline, accountability, and transparency in the management of government financial resources and prevent waste and inefficiencies. While the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy issued the directive in a circular to the MBAs. Consequently, the circular Federation shall open new Treasury single account TSA sub-accounts for all federal agencies and parastatals listed on Schedule of Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007 and any additions by the Federal Ministry of Finance, except where expressly exempted. The circular said all partially funded federal government agencies and parastatals receiving capital or overhead allocation from the budget will remit 50% of their gross IGR, while all statutory revenue should be remitted 100% to the sub-recurrent account. An Islamic human rights organization, the Muslim Rights Concern, from universities in the Republic of Benin and Republic of Togo. The suspension of the evaluation and recognition of degrees from the two neighboring countries followed an investigative report by a reporter who obtained a degree in 1 week and participated in the mandatory one-year National Youth Service Corps NYSC scheme. Murik President Ishaq Akintola, in a statement, lauded the government for banning those fraudulent certificates, as holders of such fake credentials pose grave danger to the lives of Nigerians and the quality of public service too. Professor Akintola explained that those found to have been employed with them should be shown the way out, suggesting that security agencies should fish out those behind the fraudulent admissions within Nigeria. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has reiterated his commitment to ensuring higher standards of safety, efficiency, and reliability for air travelers, airlines, and all stakeholders. The Keyamo's stand was a projection into 2024. Moshe said the minister was committed to strict adherence to International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO minimum standards and safety by promising an enabling environment for growth. He thanked operators of the aviation community for 2023's collaboration and sought partnership in 2024. Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum has petitioned President Bola Tinubu on urgent expedient and instructive to legitimize multi-level policing for states and communities to provide security for their people. The letter by Edwin Clark, Ayo Adebanjo, Emmanuel Iwayamu, Pogo Beatrice, and Emmanuel Ibokesen insisted that only restructuring could stop the bloodletting on the plateau. The group called on the federal government to hold an honest and truthful security inquiry to determine communities wherein the original inhabitants have been displaced in the last 2 decades and enforce the immediate return and resettlement of the people in their ancestral homes. It also urged the government to close all the IDP camps to end the policy of building such refugee camps for indigenous peoples while their ancestral homes are allowed to be occupied by security agencies. 5 deaths have been recorded at the Benue State University Teaching Hospital, Bissouf, and Makurdi due to suspected in the state. The outbreak came a few weeks after certain individuals reportedly imported live rats into the state for sale from other northern states where rats are not delicacies. The chief medical director of the hospital, Dr. Stephen Hawande, said of the 5 deaths, only 3 were confirmed Lassa fever cases, as 2 others were not confirmed before they died. Dr. Hawande added that 5 other cases have been isolated, with 1 of them returning positive. He advised the people to keep their surroundings clean and stop the habit of drying their foodstuffs where rodents could feast and defecate on them. Suspected Boko Haram terrorists in military uniform have killed 12 persons and abducted 1 in Gatamawa and Tisha communities in the area of Borno State. The State Police Public Relations Officer, Borno State Command, Nahum Kenneth, who confirmed the attack, said 12 corpses were recovered. He said the police commissioner and other security heads had ordered a discreet investigation into the matter to bring the perpetrators to book. The terrorists were reported to have stormed the communities in large numbers, brandishing different weapons. Donald Trump has appealed against the decision of the top election official to remove him from the ballot in the 2024 presidential election. Mr. Trump, the current Republican frontrunner, asked that a state court overturn the move by Manning Secretary of State Shana Bellows. Ms. Bellows has previously defended her decision by saying she has a sacred obligation to uphold the law. The former U.S. president has also been removed from the ballot in Colorado. Mr. Trump was removed from the Manning and Colorado ballots by challenges that cited the U.S. Constitution's insurrection clause and his alleged incitement of the 2021 U.S. Capitol riots. India's top court has rejected pleas to set up a new to investigate a U.S. firm's allegations of fraud against billionaire Gautam Adani's companies. In January, Hindenburg Research had accused the firm of brazen stock manipulation and accounting fraud. The court set up a committee in March to oversee an investigation by India's market regulator into the allegations, while in May, the panel said the regulator had so far drawn a blank in the inquiry. The Supreme Court asked the regulator to finish its investigation within 3 months. Mr. Adani, who has always denied any wrongdoing, said truth had prevailed after the court's ruling. All 379 people aboard a Japan Airlines plane have escaped the brand new airliner after a collision with a Coast Guard aircraft at Tokyo's Haneda Airport that killed 5 of 6 crew on the smaller craft. A 350 airliner burst into flames as it skidded down the tarmac. The passengers shouted inside the plane's smoke-filled cabin and ran across the tarmac after escaping via an evacuation slide. Akintude Akishimola has more.
There was a miraculous escape for everyone aboard a Japan Airlines plane that burst into flames following a collision with a Coast Guard plane at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. Eyewitness footage captured passengers running across the tarmac after leaving the Airbus A350 aircraft on an evacuation slide, having landed from the northern island of Hokkaido. 5 of the 6 crew in the other small aircraft died, according to Japan's transport minister.
JAL の乗客367名と
Japan Airlines informed Japan Civil Aviation Bureau that 379 people, including 367 passengers and 12 crew members, had been safely evacuated.
保安庁の飛行機につきましては、機長が1名、脱出をいたしましたけれども。
Regarding the Coast Guard plane, One captain was evacuated, but 5 other crew members were confirmed dead.
The Japan Airlines plane was overwhelmed by the blaze despite efforts by rescue crews to control it. Broadcaster HNK, citing the Tokyo Fire Department, said at least 17 people on board were injured. The Coast Guard said the collision involved one of its planes headed to Niigata Airport on Japan's west coast to deliver aid following a powerful earthquake which struck on New Year's Day, killing tens of people. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's office said he had called for a swift assessment of the damage. A Haneda Airport spokesperson confirmed all runways were closed and flights cancelled following the incident. Akintunde Akinshimola for Osrc News.
Moving to sports, Spanish World Cup winning footballer Jenny Hermoso has testified to a Madrid court that a kiss and kiss her on the lips after the World Cup final last year. A judge will now decide whether Mr. Rubiales should be tried for sexual assault and coercion. The former federation chief denies the allegations. Ms. Hermoso's evidence was said to have reiterated testimony given several months ago to prosecutors that was then leaked to Spanish TV. And with that story, we've come to the end of Word at Noon. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.